Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Live in Shadow Tarot. How bees ya? Hi Pisces. Hi Pisces. Hi Pisces. Hi. I get excited. I do love a Pisces. I really do. Always and forever. Even if they aren't really good for me usually. I do love a Pisces. But, happy melanated month. The last day. Yep, so I'm not caring. So, we are going to get to your reading. So I'm doing for Black. What I did for Black History Month, I guess I should say, was a reading to figure out what your generational curse might be from your ancestors. So some of these have ended up being a message from your ancestors. Some of these have a lot of these have just been generational curses. Some of these have just been like difficult, really difficult tests. You're going like these curses can be really, really deep, entrenched. Okay. This is for your Pisces placements. If you have Pisces somewhere in your chart, you may want to check this out. Stick around for more. I am doing this by reading an old way of cards. Wow. By reading playing cards. Okay. So we got Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles. What's going on here? Are we waiting on communication? Oh, Lord. I can wait on God, but I can't wait on a person. That just don't make no sense. Ten of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. So, maybe waiting on a person, maybe waiting on a family, maybe waiting on a family issue. Four of Wands here. Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Nine of Wands. Okay, so with this, I'm getting Four of Wands. That is twin flame cards. It is also bliss. I take that as like relationship bliss, where like you're happy with where you're going, in a sense, right? Um, Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, and Nine of Wands. So I'm not really getting a hanging on to the past, but more like you see a certain future where you don't have to hang on anymore, right? Where you can get rid of this lack mentality and you're determined to get there. And it's like by any means necessary, whatever, I'm not really getting by any means, but you know what I mean. Like you'll do what it takes. I'm not really getting like someone's gonna like you know. Because some people will take any means and they be out there. That's how we get some of these movies we got, okay? Yeah, Eight of Swords. You're stuck, though. Or you feel stuck in a mental prison. Why? So we got Four of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, and King of Swords. Oh. Four of Cups, like boredom. Okay, so I may need to hit this point again. I'm gonna have to tell you an honest story. For this one. Okay, so it's like you feel stuck, but you feel stuck because you remember earlier when I was talking about like waiting for an offer. You know what I mean? Like, um, this is like okay. Let me tell you my own personal kind of story here to sort of make you understand what I'm trying to where I'm getting this from. A lot of people, lots of times, will have it's like not necessarily like dating, but what makes you happy. You may be afraid of what makes you happy. And it keeps you stuck because, like for me, for instance, I would love a relationship. Probably don't get one. I mean, I would like to say that I would. I really do. But as I said before, I depend on God, not niggas. So, like, like waiting for another person is just, a lot of people will put out there like this energy. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you should, whatever. You do this and that. Like, no, it's not up to me. It's up to another person. That's the point. When you're dealing with other people, it's not a you thing. It's a you and them thing. And I'm really getting that, like, you feel stuck because it's like you're determined, you're putting in your work, you're doing everything that you can, and to like make something happen. And I'm not getting a specific person here. Okay, I'm just saying, okay, because if none of y'all gonna be saying shit, okay, with this King of Swords here, ain't nobody else saying shit. So why the fuck? Pisces, we always have the messiest readings. What is this? Oh my goodness. But it's like a feeling of being like you can't control. Like it's like when you feel when you feel other people's feelings. A lot of Pisces are like psychic, spiritual, empathic. It's like you feel other people's feelings, right? So you take them into consideration. And the people that may be trying to give you like opposite advice don't take other people's feelings into consideration. You know what I mean? And so it's like you feel stuck because like all the people that you may listen to don't know your story, don't know your life. If you want, you can. I have a shadow healing session. It's linked in the description below. I believe it's the second link. It may be the first link. I'm not sure which one anymore. But it's just an hour conversation, judgment free, where you can actually just tell someone your life. I'm not no judgment here. Whatever you got going on, just book that if you want that. Because I'm really getting I'm really getting energy here. Someone who wants to share life with someone, but they cannot find anyone to share life with. These other people, it seems like, I don't know. Let's get a reading. Let's get the cards. What's the other people like here? Why is Pisces having trouble? Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, Three of Cups, and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So you may tend to, again, this has been my story. You tend to fall for people who fall for someone else. That's just what it is. Like you fall for someone, and that perpetuates them falling for somebody else. That's definitely been my life. Oh my god. Oh, ancestors, y'all coming for me this week. Can we not? Jesus. Okay, I'm trying to improve, but Lord, this is a lot. Yeah. Okay, so what can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Queen of Swords and Ten of Cups. Okay, I'm getting cut it out. I'm getting abandoned. And if you don't want to be abandoned, then you gotta do something different than what you're doing. I'm just saying. Abandoned. Yeah. It's like for your emotional health. I'm really getting for your emotional health. Like we have spiritual health, emotional health. We have all these different types of health. Yeah, Two of Swords. You may make bad decisions when it comes to certain things. Just terrible decisions. with terrible people, you know. If you're anything like how well, I guess I would say am. I was gonna say was, but shit is currently happening right now. I fall for demons, apparently. That's a thing. I need to not do, but it's a thing I do. I fall for demons. Trying to get better at it. But that's definitely a thing. Falling for demons. And when I say demons, I mean these people who they're just too damn childish. Where it'll be they want something but they won't do anything. It's a communication thing. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. They don't know how to communicate. They just don't. And so you feel like you get stuck because these people do not know how to communicate their feelings. You may or may not. It's one of those things like you're willing to at least try, I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like you're willing to try and you put yourself out there. And you put yourself out there with people who are not willing to put themselves out there. The people who have the balls to put themselves out there. They don't have the confidence. They don't have the balls. They just too damn weak to put themselves out there. And so it's one of those things where, yeah, I said that. Because you're too damn weak to put yourself out there. You see me on this camera. Yes, I am psychic. Hello. Hi, people. If you are not aware, I'm very, very, yes, I will tell you. I know what you said when you're watching the video. I done seen it. Mm-hmm. So you don't like what I got to say, you better change your actions so that this energy does not come out like this. Because I'm just going to read your energy, and if the energy is going to come out like this, it's going to be what the hell it is. And I will tell you this straight up, Pisces, okay? Because I see a Pisces here who is willing to try, but they don't even know where to start. Because of how many times they've done it and have gotten nothing in return. There's 4 4s here. There's 2 2s, or excuse me, 3 2s. Where do you start? How do you love after you've been hurt? Yeah, work on it. Work on yourself. Work on, just focus more on your work because you're gonna get more emotional fulfillment out of that. These people don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting like an energy of you're depending on somebody else. It's more of the energy of you want someone to put their money where their mouth is, in a sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be like money, but like you like. Because I'm getting with this Knight of Swords here. It's like because I really kept getting the energy of like waiting for a communication, but it's not waiting for communication. It's waiting on reciprocation. And yeah, and it's like you recognize that what you do does not get reciprocated, and so you want reciprocation, right? So it's like you're at that point where, well, damn, I guess I'm just gonna be alone because if my feelings aren't reciprocated, I'm not finna go through with it. There's no point. That's just a toxic, demonic. Whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to be demonic, but you know what I'm saying. I count it as that. That's to me like my trigger word to be like, oh no, you're a demon. Back the fuck up. I mean I'm really getting like that. Like if you're not getting back what you put out, or if you're not getting like if you very much wear your heart on your sleeve. Like you're that person that you don't even give a fuck what somebody says or what somebody does as long as they're honest. But you deal with people who lie to you a lot because they feel like they're trying to protect you, and you're like, no, you're not protecting me. You're just driving me away from you. You just drove me the fuck away from you. That's all it was. It's not a protection. You just drove me away because you didn't want to be honest. That was a message for somebody I got. Okay, Knight of Wands. I'm getting you realize you've been burned in this Joker card. Ah. New beginnings. New beginnings. Ten of Swords. Yeah. It's one of those things like where you admitting that you've been burnt helps. It helps alleviate it. Like, don't think of yourself as being stupid or anything like that, because you're not. You're not stupid at all in any way, shape, or form. It's more of you Pisces are very dreamy. They're very fantasy. And that could be like your thing, is that you tend to fall for potential and not for reality, right? So you have to fall for reality. You cannot fall for potential, because potential is just going to just leave you broken. Okay? Potential is going to leave you broken. You cannot fall for potential. I think this is like the general Pisces like life motto right here. I think this is what the curse is. Do not fall for potential. If someone isn't showing you, that people show you who they are, even if they show you, even if they like, okay, so like in narcissistic relationships, right? There's a thing where someone will show you, like they try and show you a different person than the person that they really are. But in reality, they show you who they are in the beginning as well. You just have to kind of see through what they're like, because nobody really wants to show their all their most horrible traits up front, right? Nobody really wants to do that. So it's one of those things where you kind of have to like read between the lines to kind of find out, and then deal if you like see if you like. That's the whole like dating process. Pisces, well, Pisces are the people who like they don't date, they just marry. You know what I mean? And it's like you kind of gotta. It's like feeling out what you want, right? But I'm getting more than anything. You just want someone who wants you. And I think that's the hardest part, is because you're so willing and open to go at whomever, or like not whomever, but like you see like a lot of different you see the good in a lot of people, but I'm getting a lot of people may not see the good in you. No tea, no shade, no offense, but like people may not see that because they're just blind, really. Because it's Two of Swords. They have in other tarot decks. That's the card with the blindfolds. That's my You're Blind card. They're just blind. And you got to understand that there's a lot of people who are blind, who don't see you. As much as you may want them to see you, they don't see you. They don't see you. They don't. They'll tell you that they do, but they don't. They'll tell you all day that they do, but they don't. We got the whole suite of Pentacles and the whole suite of Swords out here. They'll tell you that they see you, but they don't. And then you get hurt because you want to believe them, because it's like, how can you not? But then they don't. And you're like, well, you told me you did, but there's no action behind it. Because I only see you putting in action in this spread here. You have that 9 of Wands, and you want the 4 of Wands. So we got 8 of Wands and 6 of Pentacles here. Yeah. So you want to move to something more balanced. Something more balanced. Something where someone's going to actually put their money where their mouth is, or someone's actually going to do whatever the fuck they said they're going to do. Someone who actually sees you. And that may be your curse. It's really like taking the time to really be seen. And I think it's one of those things where, because it feels like you don't know how to, not that you don't have a strong sense of self, but more like you don't really know how to present yourself. Because no matter how you present yourself, you're authentic, but someone has a problem with it. And it's not that it's your fault at all, because it's not. But at the same time, it still kind of affects you because you're intuitive, because you're empathetic, because you can feel stuff. It's that thing where it's like empathetic people will try to do people pleasing, not even for the other people, but for them, because they want to be sure that when they walk into an environment, it's a good environment type thing. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's like you're selfless, but it's a selfish reason because you're doing it for you. But you're being selfless because you know that, like, it's not your fault these people are damaged and hurt. But at the same time, like, you also cannot be in that damaged and hurt energy because you end up getting damaged and hurt because you're too empathetic, feel too much. Anything else from this? Boundaries are strong. Unconditional Queen of Cups, unconditional love. Yeah, you're an unconditionally loving person, and you're around people who don't do that, and people who don't see that, and people who don't, who are blind to it. Really, they don't. They probably don't even know what love is. They don't. They don't. They're weak. They don't know what love is. They don't. They don't even have the balls to try to love you the way that you love because you love so deeply. And these people just do not have the balls to fucking love that deep. Let's be honest. They just don't. They don't have the willpower. They don't have the strength. It's just not within them. And the sooner you recognize that you are stronger than the people that you try and date, and that's what your problem is. You're dating people beneath you, or you try for people who are beneath you. They're too fucking weak spiritually. It doesn't matter how much money they have. It doesn't matter what they look like. If they're not willing to open their heart, if they have a weaker heart space than you, it's not going to work because you have to try and find someone with an equal heart space, a more balanced heart space, or someone who has a more open, more loving, more understanding heart space than the people you have been. And that may be hard for you, but I'm getting that's really what it is. Because what you want is your love reciprocated, but you're not going to get it reciprocated from someone who cannot open their heart. If someone's too weak, if someone is not able to put in the work to open up their heart, then that's just what it is. If someone doesn't have the balls to talk to you, that's just what it is. If someone doesn't, if someone doesn't see what you're offering, then it is what it is. Yeah, 3 of Swords and 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. It is what it is. Because that just causes you pain and causes you to improve yourself even more. Which in turn makes them even... Like, here's the thing. Is that... So, Pisces... And again, this happens for me too. This one particularly happens for me. Where you go to someone, they tell you no, you get better, and they say the same. They're in the same spot they were when you left, and you got better because you got hurt. You improved yourself because you blamed yourself when you shouldn't have. But that's like an automatic thing to do because you give off so much love. You feel like you probably gave off too much love. You probably was, you don't even know which. It's like, why can't I get something reciprocated at all? And then you go and improve yourself. So, like, okay, so let me go find a better person to do it. And you may just... I don't want to say you're going to keep having a heartbreak to get there, but it's one of those things like, you're just going to keep climbing up and up and up and up and up. And eventually, there'll be a person who will reciprocate your energy or reciprocate your love. It doesn't mean don't try. It just means take longer before you give more. Feel out these people longer before you are like pledging yourself to them, or before you like really let them into your heart space. You know what I mean? Like, it's however long it takes you to feel comfortable. Because if you don't feel comfortable, you probably don't feel comfortable for a reason. I'm being so serious because half these motherfuckers be lying. And I'm giving y'all the most honest read I think I've given for this entire Black History Month Ancestral reading. Because I know what this is. Pisces gang. Okay, I don't know if we got a sign or something. If we got like a hand sign or something. Pisces gang, because that's what it is. It's hard. It's hard to learn because it's like people, and it's people who you think. It's people who you think. Like, you see them, you see their life, you see what they got going on. Even the good and the bad, especially if you see the bad, you're ready to love them throughout the bad, and they still are just like, well, I don't know. I can't return anything back to you, even though you're trying to love me through all the worst shit in the fucking world. So, yes, bitch. We all. This is what we do, okay? We're fishies. We get together with a school of fish, and then we vet. Okay, I miss my Pisces people. I really do. I miss seeing people a little bit. I miss hanging out with my Pisces people because that was like really a thing. We used to just sit around and just vent and eat and just live our best lives and just be ourselves around each other because we can do that. We're strong enough to just be ourselves and feel our feelings around each other. These other people ain't got the juice. Okay? Yeah. Stand your ground. The number 7. So stand your ground, stand firm in your beliefs, stand firm in your boundaries, stand firm in the things that you want. If you want reciprocity, if you want your feelings reciprocated, do not settle for anything less than your feelings being reciprocated. That's the only way you're going to actually get. If you settle for anything less, then you're just going to just keep getting less. You cannot settle for less, otherwise it's just going to just keep coming back as less. You have to stand your ground and you have to declare that you want your feelings reciprocated, and you're not going to deal with any other bullshit unless that is the case. From anybody. Anywhere. Doesn't matter who they are, what they look like, what they got going on in their life. If they're not going to give you the same love that you've given them, they got to go. Obstacles and challenges, the number 5. Yeah, so it could be one of those things, but this is you get faced with obstacles and challenges in that, and you still try to work through them anyway. But you also have to pay attention though and see, is the other person working through them? Because if the other person isn't working through them, then what's the point? Third eye chakra. So this is your mind, this is your visualization, this is where your discernment comes in, right? So this is what I was saying before, is that be more discerning. Take your time and be more discerning, because it's one of those where you see the good, right? Let's say you see this person being like everything you need in 2 years. And so you approach, it's like, so because you all are, like, Pisces are psychic too, so they can kind of see, they can see where people are going. They can see where people have the potential to go. In the universe, number 21, this is the cycle, okay? So I'm trying to tell you how to break this cycle, this universal cycle right here. Because Lord knows I need to break it for my dang self, right? You see people, you see their potential, you see how good they are. You may try to approach them and help build